Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, throw open your windows and call out to your neighbors. I know it's not Thursday, it's Tuesday. It's time for the weekly check-in with Jessica Leigh and John Perrotta, with a very esteemed panel coming to us live from a location not to be known, Jay Burns. And right next to him in my Hollywood Squares box, we've got Dave Big Daddy Sabetta with his lovely wife, Karen Karina Sabetta. And we also have with us the therapist to all the comedians. Technical difficulties with her salt lamp, but she got it put together, Jessica Leigh. And coming to us live somewhere on the East Coast, John O'Connor. And now your hosts, the man, he's not a myth, but he is a legend.
I'm not a legend.
Jessica Leigh.
He's nuts.
Here we go, boys and girls.
Jessica Leigh is a legend. Jessica Leigh, the therapist for the comedians. She's a legend.
Broken light bulb. Yep. So,
That's the name of her. That's the name of her first book.
This actually, it could be like Legends of the Hidden Temple over here. It definitely is feeling like it's legendary. I love that show so much. It was the best game show on TV.
She's a therapist by day, and at night she's a therapist for the comics and Karen and Big Daddy and everybody. How was your week so far, Jess? I know you got a root canal Thursday.
No,
that's a problem. But how did it go today, yesterday, and today?
I already feel like Tuesdays is just the better day for, Comedy Factory group therapy time. I feel like by the time Thursday rolls around,
You're cooked.
The brain cells have just left. I don't know where they went.
You've been doing this since May. You've done a great job. You've written a lot of prescriptions. You've helped a lot of comics. We appreciate all you've done for us, Jess.
Well, John, I love you. And I love that the medication thing changes every week because I'm not allowed to prescribe, but sometimes I do for this group, apparently. It changes from time to time.
Yeah, you just write a prescription. Go to Providence and buy this and take 2 in the morning. That's all.
Right.
Don't even need to go to a pharmacy. There's a side street. You just go down there. They have the prescription ready for you.
Yes.
Jay Burns is in the house. Our lovely friend, Jay Burns. What's going on with you, Jay?
I am good. How you guys doing?
We're doing all right. We're coming towards the end of the pandemic. I can feel it. I got the first shot, and I felt like the Incredible Hulk. I felt ready to go.
Mine's for Friday. Friday is my first shot.
Yeah. The second shot, I'm a little nervous because I got to get the Moderna second shot in a few days, and they say that whacks it pretty good, but we'll see.
But I've only heard 24 hours max. Like that's everyone that I know that's gotten it that's had like a side effect. It's always been 24 hours. It's mostly just tired, a little bit. I
talked to somebody, a girl the other day. She said, I couldn't get out of bed for a day. I said, you should have called me. I would have went over and got out of bed. You know what I mean? Johnny O'Connor from New York City.
Yeah.
Jess, you're thinking evil. I'm not thinking that way. I would have just helped her out of the bed. Johnny, what's going on in your world in New York City, brother?
Oh, same old. The governor's in trouble. I ordered this special St. Patrick's Day tie just for today. Nice. I got my Guinness hat on.
Nice.
And in honor of 316 day, I got a Stone Cold Steve Austin IPA. I'm going to drink this and enjoy it with you guys. And that's the bottom line.
Now, what are you doing tomorrow for St. Patty's Day? What are you doing tomorrow? Anything special, or are you just chilling?
I'm working until 7, and then I've got Overwatch Wednesday, which is a video game. I play Overwatch with Mike Holmes, Brian Bowden, and Frank Azzaro and Kirsten Logan.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it is fun.
You do that every week? You do it every week?
We just started recently, and it's funny because the game's like 5 years old at this point, but it is fun. We were on there last week, and it was just I was just screaming. It was fun.
Cool. I haven't played a video game, and maybe that's what I need is a good video game. I don't know. I think I need a good video game, Jess. Maybe that would
imagine.
No,
imagine Brian.
Video game addiction, John, is not at all.
I went over my daughter's house last week, and a couple of weeks ago, they got a brand new TV, and they got the PlayStation 5 or 6 or whatever it is, and he was playing a video game. It was unbelievable. The game was really cool. said, but you don't think I should do it, Jess? I used to play with my kid years ago.
What game?
I can only imagine you playing Call of Duty, John.
I know.
Yelling at you, son of
I'm
a
going
gun.
back
What are you doing, kid? I'm gonna beat the
20-something
shit
years
out of
ago.
you.
I used to play Biker Mice, the Biker Mice game, NBA Jam. I'm going back to oldies but goodies. Sonic the Hedgehog. These are the games I played, John. Not Call of
I
Duty.
love
Yeah,
this image
nah.
of you like standing at like an NES going, you're gonna blow in it. That's your run off.
I just imagine him at the Pac-Man machine, like, you gotta get these dots, brother. You gotta eat all these dots. They're like dipping dots.
Ghosts. I can't stand ghosts.
When Jay's on, he likes to imitate me. He gets out of control.
Get these ghosts out of here, brother.
We gotta go over here to Big Daddy and Karen. Mike calls her Karina. It's Karen. What's going on? How long you guys been married, Big Daddy? How long you guys been married?
20 years this year, this
Get
July.
the pension. Do yourself a favor, guys. Get the pension. Take off. I'm saying, you did your 20 years. It's time to go.
I don't have one. You shit out of luck.
So 20 years. Where did you guys meet? You might as well ask you that. You got the married couple on here. Where'd you guys meet? Can you tell us that? Or is it too crazy?
Oh, God.
Me?
Yeah.
We met at a bar
At a bar?
In North Providence.
in North Providence.
Which bar was it? Because I've been to some of them bars.
Was it the sunny side?
No. Haven't been there in a long time. It was
I haven't
DJ,
either.
right?
Yeah, the old Martinis.
The old Martinis.
It's Genesis now.
I used to go there. Well, my friend Tommy owned it. Back
Yeah,
in the day,
that's when we
DJ.
met.
I was probably there when you were. I used to go in there and see the Debbie Capola, the Capola sisters.
Yes,
And,
yeah.
I was probably in there a lot of nights you guys were in there.
probably. I
Yeah.
used to work there.
You used to work there?
Yeah.
I
I
did
used to
comedy.
work-
We did comedy shows there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going back a long time ago. Yeah, I even brought my son there. We watched the Super Bowl one time, and
Yeah.
Tommy was a good guy. Last I knew, he owns Vic's Tap now. The guy, Tommy, that owned.
Oh, really?
In Silver Lake?
Yeah, that's the last I heard. I heard he. I don't know how he's doing. I heard that. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
So would you guys consider adopting me and Mike Corona? We're looking for a home.
definitely. I'm in.
We always ask
Apparently,
Backaway to come
you don't know
over.
what you guys are getting into. It's weird.
Listen,
Oh, we know. We know.
I
You
eat
gotta try and
200
serve them.
meatballs a month, Big Daddy. Corona goes to Twins Pizza 5 times a day.
I know.
If you take us on, you're gonna be running around a lot getting food.
I'll be cooking for you.
You'd be cooking for us. Then we got Cronin over here and all the red. What's going on with you, Mikey? You got anything?
I'm very excited today. We've got Big Daddy finally on. We have Big Daddy on. He's going to become our new best friend. We're going to be hanging out all summer long. I might even break out the white Crocs to go to the Sabetta compound. I might just do that. I got my new white Tampa Bay jacket today. It's so silky to touch. I'm telling you, I can barely keep my hands off myself. It feels so great.
It looks like a motorcycle jacket.
It's not though. It's a full zip. The only thing I don't like about it is it's got Velcro on the the wrist here, but it feels so nice, and it just came out of the dryer, so it has that nice, fresh, clean smell to it.
Does it match the Crocs? Does it match the Crocs?
No, I have today with my Crocs. I have on my camouflage Crocs, but tomorrow I'm getting in 3 Hawaiian shirts, a chocolate brown pair of Crocs, and a white pair of Crocs.
Mikey, who got you hooked on these Crocs?
I love them. I absolutely love them.
Let's take a vote on that panel. Jay Burns, do you like Crocs?
No.
Ronnie O'Connor,
Come
do you
on,
like
Jay.
Crocs?
I don't, but at the same time, just because I don't like them, I don't have any problem with them.
We're just
Thank
trying
you,
to fuck them
John.
up.
Thank you.
Jessica, you like Crocs?
Not a Crocs girl. Flip-flops girl.
How about Big Daddy and Karen? You guys like Crocs?
Big Daddy would never wear Crocs.
Mikey,
Down on the Crocs.
For me,
Big-
it's not about the Crocs. It's more just like if I'm wearing something on my feet, it better be something conducive to me running for my life. Like, I don't want to wear sandals or try running somewhere fast in flip-flops. You're going to get eaten by that tiger. That thing's taking you down. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
I don't think any man should wear sandals at all. I can't stand spring and summer.
But Crocs are okay? All right, now we're at odds, Mike. Now we're at odds.
They got their busted out yellow toenails, hairy knuckles on top of their toes. Their feet are all discombobulated and the toes are all mangled up like that.
You have to describe somebody's feet, Mike?
I'm telling you, I don't. I'm telling you one time, absolutely true story. I'm at Picasso's in Warwick. I'm having a good time on a Saturday afternoon, throwing back a couple of cold ones. And I'm eating my my appetizers, watching the Red Sox. This guy comes in, and as those of you who know me, I like to strike up a conversation. So I'm talking to this guy. Now he knows baseball. I'm enjoying it. I happen to look down and see his feet. I almost had to go to the bathroom. I left. I could not stay there. The man's feet were so repulsive that I knew that if I stayed any longer and had like one more beer, I would have sent him down to one of those pedicure. What do you call it? Pedicure? What are they?
Pedicure.
Pedicure. Is it pedicure? I would have paid to get his toes done.
You might have a foot fetish, Mike. You don't realize.
No, I don't mind seeing a good foot if it's an attractive foot.
Now that we're talking about feet, I'm going to tell you about an inmate. I can't mention names, but I had an inmate at the prison. This guy, last I knew he was old, he had a foot fetish. He would go in a woman's clothing store, and the woman would be walking around, and all of a sudden, he'd be licking their feet. Licking their feet, touching their feet. He had a foot fetish. He was in and out of the prison. He was in and out of prison because he liked women's feet.
I think we just figured it out. Yeah.
Like, how long was he serving for the feet thing?
He'd come in for a year, 2 years, leave, come back, and he couldn't stay away from women's feet. But now, if he saw Corona with the Crocs, maybe that would convert him.
Maybe.
See, Crocs hide the toes. So if your feet are busted out, and you know what? My feet aren't busted out. I take care of my feet. But I still wouldn't be walking around in a pair of flip-flops like I'm going to Jerusalem.
Who's sponsoring the show tonight? Dr. Scholl's or A Million Little Things?
It's A Million Little Things by Karen.
By Crocs.
A Million Little Things by Karen. I mean,
I did pedicures for years at my salon.
That's right. You owned a nail salon.
It all.
So talk to us about the horrors of busted out men's feet.
No.
Why is he going down this road?
When they came in, I would say, no, she's not here today.
So let me ask you this, Karina. Did men come in with busted out feet?
Yes, and I said, she's not here today, the girl who does pedicures.
That
was my
the foot chill.
That was my answer.
Got it going on.
You would think that instead of going to prison, the guy who likes feet would just go work at the salon.
Right.
That's right, John. That's right. Why didn't he think of that?
I'm an ideas man, Mikey.
I've seen this guy on TV. What's that, Jess?
Like the foot massage.
Yeah, masseuse.
Like, yeah.
There's got to be a way to stay out of prison. If you like feet, you like feet.
Things. Yeah.
Figure out a way to stay out of. I mean, go find a girl that likes to get her feet touched.
Right.
And stay with her.
This is rehabilitation work. This is what this is.
The guy's like 50-something years old and he can't stay away from feet.
And what would he do? He would tackle them and lick their feet in a store?
Tackle them? He would lick their feet. All of a sudden, they're going to try something on and they're standing there and he's hiding. He's licking their feet, touching their feet. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd collapse.
Me too.
On the floor, too, that's a vulnerable position. You could drop the elbow. You could do a lot.
If I was in a men's clothing store and I had sandals on and a girl licked my feet, I wouldn't be. I'd like it. Nothing wrong with that. But I mean, the woman get offended by it, I can see. But a guy, if there's somebody licked your feet, John. Right?
I think I would just kind of be more curious, but like what's happening, But I could also understand, like, if you're a woman and here's some strange guy just all of a sudden licking your feet, you'd freak out. You'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
Well, that's what happened. They'd freak out and then he'd go to jail. They had to
Yeah.
arrest him
To
and
be fair,
he was on TV, the foot licker, they call him, the foot licker.
That's
I
just
remember that.
unbelievable.
they weren't even creative with this name. Come on.
Yeah.
The foot licker.
That's like doing your homework in homeroom. That's like just
I'm probably
phoning
gonna
it
get
in. Here
sued
it
for
is.
talking about this guy.
Actually, no.
I'm not
it was
saying
actually
his
really
name, though.
creative. It was really creative. He was a footlicker, but he would wear like a striped shirt like they wear at Foot Locker.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I bet if we Googled that, I bet it's a last name, Footlicker.
I bet if we Google that, we'll all get in trouble on a list.
Footlicker.
I'm just going to quickly change my Instagram.
They could have started Ferris Bueller's Day Off with that, Footlicker. Footlicker.
Yeah, right? We're like 8 minutes
Where do
in.
we go from here, John?
No, right?
We've talked about licking feet. We've talked about bad
I know,
feet.
Big Daddy must be
Fox.
questioning why he even came on tonight.
Well,
He came on in the craziest episode, Big
Bad
Daddy.
boy.
It's crazy.
He wants to know why they call you bad boy.
Well, what had happened was back in the early 90s when John Perrotta and I were starting out doing comedy, I had grown my hair long and I came up
Very
with
long.
this stage persona of the bad boy of comedy.
Did you come up with that name, Mike?
I
Or did
came up
somebody
with
come
that.
up with it? You
I
came
came
with
up with that name. Yeah, I had some comics say to me, "Oh, you can't do that because of Bad Boy Records." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I thought of this on my own. I'm coming up with it, and that's it."
I'm pretty sure they weren't mixing up the two.
Yeah, right, exactly right. I know, right, yeah, right. Long-haired Irish comic.
Yeah.
Boy, is he signed by Bad Boy Records?
And Mike was very dirty back then, and now he's
Yes.
a Christian comic. So now I dub him the good boy of comedy.
The good boy of comedy. The
So he was
good
the
boy of
bad boy
comedy.
in the early 90s, and in 2021, he's the good boy of comedy.
You can't do that. Like Good Humor ice cream. This is nonsense.
That's right. That's right. I like Good Humor ice cream. Don't they? Did they
Me
have
too.
a truck? Did they have a truck to do the neighborhoods Good Humor?
Not anymore, but they used to.
They used to.
Back before Crocs existed.
I like
And I'll
Cherry
tell you-
Garcia. You're talking ice cream.
Oh.
Last night I ate a container of Cherry Garcia, Ben and Jerry's. I love that
That's
stuff.
good.
That's too.
I
can't
could
have
eat
it
one of
anymore.
them a night. I can't buy
Now,
it.
do you get that? Do you get that sugar free?
I'm a diabetic. Why would I do that? I like the challenge. I like the challenge of it. I
challenge.
eat it and see if I'm gonna go into a
Hey,
season.
pancreas, take this.
Yeah. Do you get the? Do you get the pint or do you get like the shot-sized one?
Gets a pint.
My
It's a
A1C was 5.2. My sugar's good, so
That's
I don't
good.
eat a lot of candy. And once in a while, I have ice cream.
It was amazing.
That is good.
5.2. Yeah, it's the doctor comes in every time. Your blood work is amazing. I wish the blood of guys that work mine. All your blood work's amazing. You're like 500 pounds overweight. That's the only thing. But other than that, you're a picture of health.
5
What he
point.
tells
That
me.
is. That's like rock star.
Every
That's
doctor I go to, you got to lose 50, 60 pounds. I go to my heart doctor, cardiologist. He says, you got to lose 50, 60 pounds. Are you walking? I said, yeah, I walk 3-4 times a week. He said, you walk? I said, yeah, I do a mile. I gotta lie to the doctors because if I tell them the truth, they'll put me in a hospital. I can't tell them I don't walk. I mean, I was gonna walk like a mile the other day. I made it 2 blocks. I took an Uber. Couldn't do it.
Got to be the shoes, man. Mikey, let's get him some Crocs.
I'm telling you, you're right, John. I'm telling you, he'll never admit it. He will never admit it. But if I sent him a pair of Crocs to his house, I can see it playing out right now.
You know what I would do with those Crocs? I get them
What?
to the foot licker.
I'm telling you, man.
They
got holes.
They look like Swiss cheese. I love them.
Don't put them down till you slide your feet into them.
I tell you, I'm John O'Connor. I am so happy to see you. I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, but it's been forever, man.
And so little John O'Connor was one of the 2 guys that got me into comedy. If it wasn't for him-
Sorry, everybody.
Exactly. So him and Mike Casey, I'll never forget this. You guys were on a show. We went to Trinity Brewhouse afterwards.
I love Trinity Brewhouse.
I do. I still do.
I
Fantastic.
remember doing comedy there. Yeah.
So good.
Some comedy,
And
yeah.
we're standing outside having beers, and Mike had been trying to convince me to do comedy for a good couple of months. And then John was there, and Mike looks up to John, still does. And John was like, just do it. What the fuck is your problem? Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I tell any person that is hesitant. It's like, just do it.
Do it.
The worst case scenario is you're going to bomb, like every comedian that's ever existed. So go bomb. And if you can deal with bombing, then you can do stand-up.
Yeah.
And you might not be a millionaire, but it feels really good after a little while when somebody's like, thank you for doing 45 minutes. Here's a couple $100. And you're like, this is better than I ever could have imagined. Thank you very much.
Yeah. How long you been doing comedy, Jay?
Me? I'm 10 years. Actually, it's 10 years this year.
10 years.
Yeah.
Well, I remember you guys when we started the open mic like 7, 8 years ago. About 8 years ago at the pub.
Here he is. There's a
Yeah,
handsome man.
the open mic.
Listen,
Brian Vincent's
I
in
can't
our
stay. I just
Big
want to
Daddy.
see.
You know this guy? Brian Vincent.
John Porch, how are you?
How you doing, brother?
Now,
Good to
John
see
O'Connor.
you.
It's now John
Yeah,
O'Connor.
it's all right.
I know.
That's all right.
I've been. It's COVID. I've been out of the game a while.
Yeah.
And listen, I can't stay. I just wanted to see how many of my ex-girlfriends you had on the show today. I'm just taking a survey.
Listen,
I
Brian.
was just passing by. It looked like a nice, clean place to stop and think on.
Brian's got an ex-girl. She started calling me. She wants to be on a Zoom show. I called. I said, what am I going to do? So Brian said, put her on. I put her on.
Yeah, why not? Brian's an understanding guy.
And there's more to that story, but it's up to Brian to tell the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm still cleaning up bullshit. Thank you very much. But I love you, Perrotta.
Yeah, there
I
we
love you
go.
like a
There we
brother.
go.
You want to tell the story, Brian, or you don't want to say what happened?
No. I'm already gonna get in trouble for that story.
Brian,
Brian's not going there.
Yeah.
do you remember? I was telling Perrotta this like maybe a month ago. Do you remember you and I were on a gig? It was me, you, and Danuccio, and another guy who I don't want to say was a newer guy.
Yeah.
But we were at like a wing bar. And it was in like
Oh,
Warwick
yeah.
like 2 years ago. And you were just
That
like,
was-
all right, that's enough of this. And
I
you just
walked
handed the mic
I
back to
walked
the
out.
kid.
I walked out and Danuccio ratted me out. Oh, I remember that. I was at the Boneyard. I remember it exactly because everybody was fine except 6 people came in at the bar and they wouldn't stop. That poor
Yeah,
kid
they
was-
were a bunch of
Elijah-
racist
Elijah was
bikers.
hosting and they were just heckling him. So then when I got up, they kept it up. So I went over to the guy at the bar and I said, listen, I says, do I come to where you work and tell you how to unload your dump truck?
Yeah.
And the guy went nuts. He's like, how do you know I unload dump trucks? I'm like, look, I took a wild stab at it. It's Oakland Beach, and you got more holes in your dungarees than I got in my head. You know what I mean? Come on.
So
And I
that gig
walked
didn't
right
work out for
I
you,
walked
Brian.
out mid-set. And
Yep.
then Danuccio, bat phone calls up Perrotta. I didn't
No
even get
way.
out of the parking lot.
No way. He
Perrotta,
ratted
what
you
happened?
out.
I got the
What happened?
call.
Danuccio-
Vincent
I did not know that.
walked out. I got the call.
Yep. I didn't even back out of the parking lot. Brother, what happened? Danuccio called. I'm
Well-
like, listen. I'm like,
I
listen.
had to do 45 extra minutes. It was awful.
So I took some lunch meat from Danuccio and got the hell out of there.
To be fair, the venue did nothing. There were people like threatening physical violence and nothing happened. It was
Well,
just
not
like,
all of my
okay.
gigs are not all of my gigs are perfect. John.
No, John O'Connor, we played the
Some are life
campground.
threatening.
How nice was
Some are
that?
life threatening.
Yeah, that was
The
great.
campground-
The
you played
campground was
campground.
fun.
I was with you that night.
No,
Yeah.
you went. Tommy drove me.
Well, I sent you to the campground, right? In
Yeah,
Connecticut.
it was me and Brian, and Brian
Oh,
went up and
Connecticut.
smashed, and I was like, oh shoot,
Connecticut?
because I had to go up after. I did all right, but
That was a fun gig.
that was a
Rich.
fun gig. Yeah, it was
They were
good.
nice people. They were fun.
They were great.
They brought their
Yep.
own booze. We drank. It was a,
Yep.
Well, some
It
of
was
my
great.
gigs are
Under a big
good.
bingo sign, so I felt right at home.
Some of my gigs are good, and some are like threatening. I mean, what are you
But
gonna
yeah,
do?
the Boneyard. I never do well in Oakland Beach. I die in Oakland Beach. I die. 4
Same
times
here.
in Oakland Beach.
Same
One
here.
time I got shot.
You did very good at Picasso's, Brian. You crushed it at
That's not Oakland
Picasso's.
Beach. That's Warwick Avenue. There's a
It's
difference.
a mile away from Oakland Beach.
Listen, Mr.
A mile is
Cronin,
a big difference.
there's a big difference in Warwick.
That 1 mile
a
makes a
mile.
big difference.
Oakland Beach, Warwick Neck, very big difference.
Dude, you should have pranked Danuccio right back. Get a couple of your big looking connected
Oh,
friends
no,
and
man.
pull up
I
to his
don't want
house
no
in a
trouble.
black Cadillac.
No, I wiped off my fingerprints and got the hell out of there. I don't want no part of that night.
That's a big biker bar. That's a big. That used to be Dickie Moranto's place. It was called the Back
Dickie
Street Bar and Grill.
Moranto? That sounds like a guy that killed 8 people. Dickie
does.
Moranto was here.
Dickie Morano, yeah, I
Moranto's
used to
place.
dance with his mother.
Used to dance with. Now we're talking about Dickie's mother. He just killed me.
Dickie and Mickey. They were
Don't
a
talk
dance
about
team.
Dickie and Mickey's
Back when I
mother.
started in vaudeville, they were a dance team. Dickie and Mickey.
You danced with Dickie and Mickey's mother?
Yeah, twice.
Twice.
Her name was
Yeah.
Vicky.
If the name,
Dickie used to dance. Listen.
everybody knows Brian's very tricky.
He's sick.
I went to Catholic school. I had nuns. And the nuns used to say, leave room for the Holy Spirit. You dance with Dickie, he didn't leave room for your keys. Yeah.
He's out of his
It was like
mind.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, that
Listen, if I go to prison, they just give me a sweater and a bird and put me to work in the library. Nice and easy. Done and done.
Brian,
Okay, I'm all done. I have to go.
I saw you post some shows the other day. You got some shows coming up.
Huh?
You got some comedy shows coming
well,
up.
you put me on a couple.
Put you on a couple.
After tonight, I don't know if you're going to keep me on them.
If I didn't fire you at the boneyard, I'm not gonna fire you now.
Huh?
That would have been the night you would have got fired at the boneyard.
You're not gonna fire you.
Bro,
I'm not gonna fight.
You know what it's like.
I mean,
to
I
be
know-
fair,
I
he did
bring
like
all you-
10.
I mean,
I don't even think I did 10. I couldn't do it. I
Well,
walked right out.
the worst part was that there was an audience there to watch the show. It was like 6 people ruined the whole thing.
Exactly.
The crowd was there. Yeah.
Is this the show, John, that you told us on one show where Danuccio's doing the thing?
Yeah,
from
that was
Disneyland?
Did you leave, Brian? Because I don't know if you left, but afterward, Danuccio went up and like
It was puppets. It was like the land of make-believe.
he was just the guys were like screaming at him, and he was just like, "Nope, I'm doing my thing," and he just plowed through, and he was dancing, and he was singing the Little Mermaid song where he does like the Sebastian thing, and he gets the little red pincher tea kettle things. 6 furious, raging biker dudes, and he's dancing by them with the 2 little pincher things going, sha-la-la-la-bio, bye. I thought they were going to kill him. And then I had to follow it.
I should have.
Luckily, they left right before I left.
Insurance after that. Thing.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. At that bar with the clientele that goes in there, Danuccio's lucky they didn't tip him upside down and put him in the dumpster. That is so funny.
I was
support
worried
any
watching
type
the
of
show.
leather Daddy, whatever you want to do at your business, just don't do it around me. My property values, just keep them clean, brother.
Yeah.
He's our impersonation guy, Jay Burns.
It would have been me and Danuccio versus 6 bikers, and all we would have had is Danuccio's suitcase handle to fend them off with.
Did you get paid that night? Brian? Did you still
Nope.
get paid?
It was on the house. I said, see you later. Toodaloo.
So I owe you money from that gig then.
But you don't worry about nothing. I cashed in a couple of cans. That's fine.
Hey, Brian, if you show up at a gig, even if you walk out, I'll still pay you.
No. This one's on the house.
Crazy. We got Big Daddy over here and Karen, who Mike calls Karina. What do you guys make of all this nonsense with this?
Sorry about interrupting. I apologize, kids.
Don't
No,
apologize.
We love you, Brian. We love
Yeah.
you. Before you go, you're telling one joke before you go.
All right, one joke.
I want to
one
know
joke.
if Brian has worn the Scottish plaid cap I gave him.
I have. You know
Nice.
why I wore it?
Why?
Because Coming to America 2 came out, and it looks like I work at McDonald's.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
finding autographs like crazy.
Now, are you on the bottom hour? Because that's the
Am I on
perfect
the
hat.
who?
Are you on the bottom hour? That's the
On the
perfect
bottom
hat
of
to
who?
wear.
Are you on the bottom hour at Sunnyside?
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're closed.
Well, wear the hat anyway tomorrow.
What? Yeah, I'll
Wear
wear
the
it
hat.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's a
wear
very
it
nice
tomorrow.
hat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually got it in
Nuts.
the car. You want me to put it on? I'm gonna
Yeah.
go put it on.
Go get
I'll be
it.
back.
Go get it. Go get it. This is an awesome hat. I love this hat.
Don't roofie my drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's a sick man. Big
Jesse
Daddy, what do you
Lee
make of
Don't
this?
roofie my drink. And John O'Connor, I love your bow tie. I almost
Thank you,
bow tied
brother.
it up today.
Oh, I wish you had. We could have matched. Next time we work together, we'll coordinate.
All right.
When Brian Vincent comes on, he steals the show. This is what happens. He steals.
Yeah.
The
Welcome
foot
to my
licker's
life.
gone. The Crocs are gone. He took everything over.
Yeah.
Everything's gone now. He took it all over. Let's get Big Daddy and Karen in here before he comes back. What's going on, you guys?
I locked the door. Don't worry.
What's going on, Karen? Anything?
Not much.
No. You thinking of
Nope.
trying stand up, you guys, or what?
Never.
No.
What's the
How
worst
long
that
have you been
happens?
coming to
End up
shows,
like
Big
us.
Daddy? Because she said you guys have been coming to our comedy shows for a long, long time.
We have.
Yeah.
We went to the Special Olympics dinner they used to do
Rich
every
Bone.
year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. He's one of my good friends. We've been
Yeah.
friends since 6th grade.
Yeah, we went
if you
every
see
year.
Rich, tell him I said hello. He texted me at Christmas. He's a great guy. Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I just called him today to try to get my vaccine shot. He says, I can do for you.
I'll see him Friday. I get mine Friday. He'll be there.
You're getting your shot Friday?
Yeah, for the town
Cool.
of Johnston. So he'll be there with me. Richard.
Oh, cool. You
Yeah.
know my buddy that makes the flyers for us, Vin Giacomoni? He works for the town of Johnston.
Oh, he works for the rec center, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
all
he
owe him
makes,
$25.
makes our flyers and stuff. He's a good guy.
Oh,
Great guy.
really?
Yeah. I got 3 shows. I texted him on coming. I got one May 30th and one June 5th and July
Yeah.
17th. So I'm gonna have 3 shows where I need flyers finally after a year. You know,
Nice.
It's been a long haul, boy. I'll tell you
I
that.
know. Yep.
I just hope
Karina
that
and
people
Big
start
Daddy
coming
are
back out
connected.
and laugh. I think everybody wants to come back out and laugh. You know what I mean?
Oh
They
yeah.
don't want
Yeah.
to come out and have a good time.
Yeah,
you know?
people want to get
been-
out there.
That's
Everybody's
right.
been stuck in the house, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work in the travel industry at my day job, and honestly, like in the last 2 or 3 weeks, the like travel's exponentially upticked. The airlines just said there was a 20% increase over the last week. An airline and new tickets. So these aren't even rebookings. This is all new bookings. So people want to travel. They're getting this vaccine, and they know they're going to travel by the end of the year. And I think this whole year has kind of made people go a little nutty. So they're going to try whatever they can to get out of their houses and do whatever they can.
Yeah, I'm planning a weekend getaway to Pawtucket. I wear my Crocs and I'm gonna go with the foot liquor and Cronin. We're gonna go to Pawtucket, stay at the Ground Round.
Yes. Love the brand.
I love Mike Cronin. It's crazy. He did my
So, Karina,
website. You guys got to see my website, comedyfactoryri.com. Mike Cronin did it.
Good.
He did an awesome job.
Looks
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, he really did a good job. I knew he was going to do a good job when I saw his website, but I was like even blown away. It was so good, Johnny. You know what I mean?
Looks good. I'm looking
Yeah.
at it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did a
looks
great
great.
job.
Yeah, really good. It's
Yeah.
better than the GeoCity site you had.
I'm not knocking my last guy. He was a good friend of mine, but
Yeah.
it was a 1990 website, and
Yes.
Corona brought me into the
Man.
millennium. He brought me into 2021.
Yep.
I drove him nuts, though. I drove him nuts.
The only way I got to do that site how I wanted with GoDaddy is John had that procedure done. So they've got him on over the moon
Prostate
medication. So he's all looped out, and he sends me a text late at night because Johnny never texts me late at night. Late at night, and it says this: "Bad boy, if you want to bring it over to GoDaddy, go ahead. I don't want to drive you crazy." That next morning, I got carpal tunnel calling GoDaddy before the drugs wore off because he wasn't budging. He wanted to keep it on Yahoo Business News.
I love that you read the text in his voice.
Yeah.
Mikey,
be fair.
John.
To be fair, we all read text from
Yeah.
John, and John.
Right?
Yeah, you do. You got
Jess,
to.
Karen, like why the ladies? Why do people imitate me? They sound like a real Guido. What is it?
Nah, your voice is too
Jay
good.
Burns imitates me. John Porch, Cronin. Why do they imitate me, Big Daddy? Why?
I imitate you because it brings me joy.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
flattering.
compliment.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It brings
That's a
you
form
joy.
of
No,
flattering.
honestly, John, you are one of the people I absolutely love in this world. I've watched you perform a billion times. I know almost all your jokes, and I laugh every single time.
Well, that's good.
Every time. It's
Me
funny.
too.
I got to tell you, I was watching because I'm preparing to come back in May. I was watching like a 25-minute video the other day from Spiritos. I still
Oh,
feel
yeah.
bad that they closed, but I watched it and I was like looking at it. And I was fast and I was really. I'm saying, how the heck am I going to remember? How am I going to do this stuff? I'm going to start out doing 10-minute sets, hosting shows. I'm not going to go in and do like 40 minutes. I'm not putting myself through that. I'm going to start out slow. You know what I mean? 10 minutes. I mean, if I can build up, great, but it's going to take a little time, I think. Johnny, why do you say that?
Because you're just likable. You just that's the whole secret of comedy is be likable. If people like you, it doesn't matter. You don't think about it. When you're watching a comic, if you like the comic and they do a joke and it's good, and they do a joke and it's good, and they do a joke and it's good, and then they do a joke and it's not that good, you still go like, because you like him. You still like give him that like mercy laugh, and then the next one hopefully is good.
I just
Everybody
don't
loves
remember. I
you.
don't remember a lot. I was pretty quick. One of the things I know I did, I was quick, and now I'm like I feel like I'm mush. I haven't done anything in a year.
All right, fine.
Stand
You
up.
get here's the deal. You'll do a 10-minute opening set. Then the next night you'll do a 25-minute warm up, and then you'll be back to normal.
Nah, I don't think so,
agree.
man.
All I want right now is I want like this 80s montage of like John running down the street, and like John O'Connor on a bike going, "Come on, you're gonna eat flour and shit a bun cake. That's what you're gonna do." It's like Punch Out. Dun, 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 dun.
You guys are nuts. Big
Nah.
Daddy, how do you think it's going to be for me to get back on stage, or all of us to get back on stage after a year?
I think it's going to be like riding a bike. I think you're going to just go right back into it. And I enjoyed when you used to talk to the people at tables and ask them what they did and what they did for a living, and that was enjoyable.
Because I have no act, Big Daddy. I have no act.
Well, that's all right.
stop
You make
it.
it up as you go along.
I make it
My
up.
favorite thing watching John, and I do it all the time, is his reaction to what the people say to him when they answer his questions. That is pure gold.
My favorite.
Why is that?
One time he was going around. He's like, "Hey, what do you do, brother? What do you do?" And the guy was like, "I'm a, I think he said, I'm a pharmaceutical technician. No, not a pharmaceutical. It was like, I'm a phlebotomist technician." And literally, you looked at the guy for 3 seconds and went, "I got nothing for that."
When I get a guy that says I'm an IT, I got nothing for that. There's some I just have nothing for IT. You got to write me an IT joke, Johnny. I have nothing for that.
IT, yeah, you just say like, "Oh, I get those at Dunkin' Donuts all the time in the summer." And IT.
One of
I'm
my
gonna steal that,
favorite
I'll
ones
pay you
is the
for that.
first one on the website. He's at the Comedy Connection, and it's the one where he tells the guy about, being 300 pounds, go down on you. I don't mean going down on you. I mean, go that part. And then he says to them, "I hope this isn't your first date." And they say it is. And John throws himself back in such great laughter because you're like, I can't
remember
believe
that,
it.
yeah.
This is their first date. That is when they get you laughing. That's just incredible. It is just so funny.
Yeah, we
I
have a
love
lot
that
of fun.
stuff.
I met Johnny, Jay, and Mike 30 years ago, and now you guys have been coming to shows. Karen, Big Daddy, and Jessica, I met 10, 12 years. I lost track, but we've all become, and comedy's brought us all kind of together. You know what I mean? It's kind of, we got a lot of great friendships. I haven't seen Johnny in a while. When I went to New York to do Dangerfield's open mic, he came out there a couple of times. So we got all these great friendships. That's what I love about the comedy, because the camaraderie. That's what I miss about the Zooms have been good because we've seen each other. But when you get back to performing and you're hanging out at a show, we can talk and like we used to, and I miss that. I miss those. It's a lot of fun. You got a lot of friends in the business. You don't realize it, but over time, like I've been doing this 29, 30 years, you make a lot of friends, and it's really rewarding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never met John O'Connor in person. I knew Katie because Katie used to come to
sister.
shows.
Yep. Yeah, we've never
And
met.
We never met in person, and I
think-
could never line up to book him for Meatball Comedy Stop either.
Part of it was when I started, where I started was Dick Doherty.
Dick Doherty did not like me.
He never said to me anything bad about you. It was just that if you work for us, you don't work at this place and this place. And I was like, okay, fine. Because I wasn't working anywhere else. Whatever the rules are, that's fine with me. But over time,
I had to send out a letter because when I opened up Meatball Comedy Stop Productions, he came at me hard. He had people, and I'm not going to mention their names because some of them are very respectful comics, and I was very surprised that they would stoop to that level, coming on our fan page and saying all kind of mean things and this and that. And he sent me an email, and he made it clear, anyone that you book that works for me will never work for me again anywhere. So I put together this real nice letter, sent it out to everybody. I only lost a couple and then those couple that came back, three bowed out, 2 came back, and then the third one reached out and wanted to come to work for me at that time. But that was I was like, dude, really? I mean, why do you think Atlantic City, Vegas, all these places, they got comedy clubs on every block? Why are they successful? Because you're giving people an opportunity of choice. Boys and girls, I want to direct your attention to Brian's hat. I love that hat. There it is.
Fire.
Did I tell you?
That is
look
a
like
Mac
a pig
coming
right
up.
now.
That is the same thing from the movie McDonald's. If I'm coming
Thank
to
you.
America.
I look like coming to America. Thank you very much. But it fits good. I'm
That's a
Irish
great
and I have
hat.
a couple of sheep out back.
That's a beautiful
Nice.
hat.
Vincent, I want you to tell the joke about the bus. I like the
You love that bus joke.
I love it. I can't get it
Jessica
on. I
Lee
can't
said
hear it
that
enough.
bus joke. Am I gonna get in trouble for telling the bus joke, Jessica Lee?
I don't
No.
remember the bus joke.
All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna
he
tell
can
the
tell
bus
the
joke.
bus joke because we
I
talked
don't
about the
know
foot
either.
licker. He can talk about the
We
bus
talked
joke.
about the foot licker.
Yeah,
That was our opener.
Follow the foot
There was a big
licker.
foot thing. There
All
was
right,
a
I'm gonna
big-
tell one joke and then I'm gonna change my hat and go.
No, keep the hat.
Thank you very much.
Tell the bus joke.
All right. Senior citizen bus trip going to Foxwoods. All right. Perrotta's on the bus now. All of a sudden, an old woman from the back of the bus screams, runs to the front. Bus driver said, "Ma'am, what's the matter?" She said, "Somebody tried to reach up under my dress." He said, "Sit up here with us. Everything will be fine." 5 minutes later, another old lady screams, runs to the front. Bus driver said, "Ma'am, what's the matter?" She said, "Somebody tried to reach up under my dress." He said, "Sit up here with us. Everything will be fine." 5 minutes later, another one. Finally, the bus driver pulls the bus over. He says, "I can't believe this, senior citizens. I got to put up with this." Goes to the back of the bus. Sees a little old bald man with thick glasses and a hearing aid crawling on the floor. He looks down on him. He says, "Sir," he says, "what are you doing?" Old man looks up, says, "I lost my toupee." He says, "I had a hold of it 3 times. It keeps getting away from me." In our
love that joke.
day, we had hair
Yes,
down.
I love it. I love that joke.
I do remember the bus joke, and that's the bus joke's totally fine.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
my favorite Vincent joke. I think I love that joke.
I love
It's all the Steve DiNuccio ones that are offensive. That's the one we can't do.
Like, let's maybe not here.
What's going on over there, Jay? He had to leave. Johnny, you killed him.
It was only. Please understand, I'm not knocking Steve or his act. It was really funny because those guys literally wanted to like break his face, and he didn't. I don't know that he understood it. So he's like taunting them with Little Mermaid parodies, which you don't want to taunt bikers.
Now he looks like Frank
What is-
Sinatra.
Can you please book us with John O'Connor?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Johnny.
Listen, now I
Johnny's
look like
gonna come
Henry
up. I'm gonna
Wanamaker,
get.
fucking producer.
Yeah, you too look like Henry Wanamaker.
I'm gonna get Jessica Lee, John O'Connor, Jay, Brian, Mike Cronin,
Please.
Karen, and Big Daddy gonna be in the audience. It's gonna all
Yeah.
come back. It's all gonna come back.
That'd be a fun show, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have not
Yeah,
met
yeah.
Big Daddy and Karen. Hello, Big Daddy.
Hi. Oh, I'm not Big Daddy.
You guys never met Brian Vincent?
No, I never
No.
met him unless I have. Maybe
my
I was
God.
sometime.
I don't know too many people that haven't met Brian Vincent.
No.
Well,
First
That's
time
what they
on
said at the
stage,
prison.
comedy, he had 150 people come. They had to turn people away. First time
Wow.
on stage.
I
Wow.
was there that night. There was way more than 150. Because
It
I
might
had
have been
to stand-
200.
I had to stand right next to the bathroom the entire damn show.
Wow.
You had too many people.
I told them I was bringing people, and they says, "You're not going to pack this place."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay."
did.
And there you go.
It was me and Rich.
And there you go.
It was at least
They had
At
one
least
bartender and
150.
one waitress on. I'm
It's
still
always-
waiting for my drink.
It's always great to watch Brian perform too, because he's got that energy that stays in like one spot,
Oh yeah, I don't move around.
but the audience goes like
I know, huh?
huge. It's so fun to watch.
You know, I play
Vincent
campgrounds every now
crushes.
and then.
When you crush Vincent, it's crazy. You got to see his set sometimes. It's
Ah,
crazy, Karen, Big Daddy.
Watching
It's crazy.
that night, you put us at the campground, and he was up there, and he was like, "Hey, one more, hey, one more, hey, one more." I'm like, "Oh, damn it!"
how was John O'Connor?
Yeah,
No, it
yeah.
was great. It was great. You killed it. You killed it.
Hey, wait, look, Uncle Buck.
Like pancakes.
Fuck.
Give me my hat back,
Oh,
Casey.
man.
Now, you guys-
I love each time I've booked Brian. Brian is able.
Twice.
He's right twice, but each time he's done this,
Still
it's
waiting on
like,
that second check from
it's
Picasso.
like it's like he does. He gets to do his own encore, like a rock band does, and he did
Yeah.
it twice perfectly. He's in like maybe 30 minutes in that, and he'll look to me. He'll go,
Takes me that
Mike,
long to pee.
Mike, how am I doing on time? Am I okay on time? And the audience just goes nuts because
No,
they don't want him to come off. They want him to stay on.
Mike Cronin, can I tell a story?
Go ahead.
Remember that time we were booked at that church with Nikki and you had your Teflon suit on?
Yes. Yep.
All right, you were eating up the time. You did a telethon up there. Me and Mike Mother were signing. We're like, we only gonna do 2 minutes apiece. What do you think? You were on there dancing. You were going nuts.
Was it the church?
You had a shiny sharkskin suit on.
I still have.
I thought I was watching My Blue Heaven.
That's a
It's a
shark
vegetable.
skin suit. I remember another time we're all doing a show together. I forget
guys
who was
are
on the
sick.
lineup,
It's a sick
and
band.
someone said Cronin's hosting, and Brian says, "It takes Cronin 20 minutes just to say hello."
My clothes are back in style by the time Cronin's done with his act. Look at my outfit looks like Jordan Marsh threw up in here.
Oh, man.
They don't let me near playgrounds with this outfit.
I remember Mike, you and I did a show. I was on the show with Nick Albanese here years and years ago when he first started, and when they first started doing shows here. And you came up to me. It was one of the first times you ever saw me. I had more hair then, and you had more hair then. And all I remember is the entire night you were like, "You are very funny. Do you start? Your name is Jay Burns. Do you start out Jay Burns? But does he itch?"
Yeah, I love that.
and that's all you said to me for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You just kept
yeah.
going over to me, Jay Burns. Does he itch?
Then when he left, they went and bought some powder at
There
Walgreens.
you go.
Yes,
don't
we've
hit
lost
your
complete control of the
I
checking.
think that was the show where those three like middle-aged ladies my age was sitting next to me, and I was riffing on them doing muffin top jokes. Was that the night that I did that?
Wait a minute. Middle age. Mike Cronin, how old are you?
I'm 62.
How many 122-year-old ladies do you see walking around?
I don't know.
You're on the other side. Middle age, my ass.
I remember that.
Guys are nuts.
Muffin tops.
Where do we go from here, Big Daddy?
Oh,
Karen, where do we go? We covered Crocs. We've covered the Foot Liquor. We've covered Vincent, Johnny in New York, Jay Burns, Itches, or whatever. Where do we go from here, Jess? I don't know where to go from here. It's almost time to wrap.
wrap it up. Get out the
Yeah, it's
hook.
almost time to wrap. Well, you know what? Tell us another joke, Vincent. You're here. You gotta tell us
All
another
right,
joke.
I'll tell a quick one.
Yeah, if you want me to hire you again, tell another joke.
You kids in the corner, are you married or you just shacking up?
20 years they've been married. 20
No
years.
kidding.
20 years.
20, no kidding. Hey, God bless you. Yeah, get his pension and get out. That's what a Perrotta.
We already said that a half hour ago.
I love it.
I was changing hats.
That's a callback.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a little old couple. Little old couple.
It's a little couple.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
Okay.
How about the one on, hey, Brian, the one by the fence? I like that
Yeah,
one.
that's the one I was gonna do.
Let's do it.
I know what I'm doing. My two car died during COVID. Little old couple, married 60 years. They're both walking past the meadow where they lost their virginity to each other. The little old lady says to the little old man, "We're gonna do what we did 60 years ago. Take me right up along that fence." So he took her right up along that fence. They're going at it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, hour and a half. Things are shaking. They're exhausted. Finally, the old woman turns to the old man. She says, "How come you didn't do me like that 60 years ago?" The old man said, 60 years ago, that fence wasn't electric.
It's sick.
One more, and then one more, then I gotta go
Yeah, I
down.
told you. One more.
Get down.
Johnny's got it.
Last one, I swear. Little old woman calls up her granddaughter. She says, look, I got bad news for you. She said, your grandfather passed away this morning. Granddaughter said, that's awful. She said, what happened? She said, well, we were having sex. She said, what are you guys still doing having sex at your age? She said, it's dangerous. The grandmother says, no, we use the bell method. Everything's fine. Granddaughter said, what's the bell method? The grandmother says, we live across the street from the church. The church bells chime in and out, nice and easy. Your grandfather can keep up. She said he was doing just fine until that friggin' ice cream truck drove by. I'm done. Thanks for having me.
One more before we go. Wrap it up with one more, Brian. You got to do one more.
One more.
Come
All
on,
right,
let's
all right.
go, Brian.
Little old couple goes to the doctor. He's examining the old man. And he says to the old man, he says, sir, he says, do you still have intercourse? The old man said, well, I don't know. Hollers to his wife. He says, Mary, he says, do we still have intercourse? She said, how many times I got to tell you, we got Blue Cross.
Jess, where can we go from here? I mean, that's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah,
Right?
you can't top that. You can't follow that.
So we gotta wrap it up. John O'Connor, New York City. What are you gonna say to wrap it up, brother?
I would just like to say it was great to see everybody.
You
Great
too,
to
John
hang
O'Connor.
out. Nice to meet
Pleasure.
you guys. Pleasure to see you. Happy 316. Happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Please download my podcast Spectacular show because I need you guys to download it so that people will eventually buy T-shirts that I sell.
Download
But I
the
can't
podcast.
sell T-shirts until I get more people.
No, we'll do that. Do that for
I
me.
do listen to it, John. It's fantastic. It's wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Johnny, later on, I'll message you. Tell me how to download it because I don't know how to do this stuff. Maybe when I go to Crohn's, you'll do it for me.
To be fair, you do have to press like 3 buttons. So
That could be a problem. That could be a problem. I'm not good at this stuff.
I got ED,
That's
bro. I
Crohn's.
can't press no buttons.
Crohn is religious now. I was over there 8 hours. I thought he was going to catch. So how did you not swear all this time? How did you not swear? I've never been with anybody 8 hours that I aggravated that didn't swear at me. He didn't swear once in 8 hours. He's religious. God bless him. Jay Burns and Brian Vincent, what are you going to say to wrap it up?
Absolutely nothing. I wasn't booked for this. So thank you for letting me crash your Zoom meeting.
But on
Thank you, Jeff.
on May 22nd, Martha, our
Martha,
friend
yes.
Martha, is having her 95th birthday party here at the Sunny Side. Keep a look online at either.
95.
Absolutely fantastic.
We got a good show planned too. That old bag, if she don't die, she's gonna be 95. And we got our friend Bobby Black coming to play and sing.
Nice.
Black,
If I
yeah.
can make it, I'll stop by.
Yeah, stop by. It's at the Sunny Side.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
by because we need money because I'm broke. I gotta give
Brian
hand jobs in the
mentioned-
parking lot just to stay afloat. I got nothing.
Thanks for coming on, Brian, and
Not
giving us a
good
lot of laughs. He's crazy, man. He's crazy. Big Daddy and Karen, what are you going to say to wrap it up? This is a nutty show.
This was
Oh, it was
fun.
really fun.
Thank you for having us.
Will you come back, Big Daddy?
Absolutely.
All right, great. We love. They're our resident audience. They've been on
Yep.
a lot of shows through the years, and we appreciate that. And we look forward to making you guys laugh again. Mike
Definitely.
Perrotta, what are you going to say to wrap it up?
I am humbled and honored
Says it every
to have
time.
been on this show. This was a lot of fun. We got Big Daddy to come on with us tonight, along with Karina. That was a lot of fun. We got, I get to talk to Big Daddy on the phone, but we finally got him on a Zoom show, so it was great to see his handsome face. John O'Connor, always great to see you. John shaved the beard. He's nice and clean shaven. He's got the wax handlebar rocking, looking strong. He's got the bow tie. Jessica Leigh, you only said about 17 words tonight, but they were 17 words that spoke to my heart. I love hanging out with you. Brian and Jay, I love you too dearly. I'm telling you, if I dated couples, if I dated couples, I would date you two guys. You guys are absolutely, I love you both dearly. Johnny Perrotta, one of my best friends. Love you with all my heart. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mike. Jessica Leigh, we had a great time tonight with
word
unexpected
for
guest
that.
Brian Vincent, talking about all his ex-girls and jokes and everything. What are you going to say to wrap it up, Jess? The weekly checking. What do you think? Anything we got to prescribe to anybody, or
Yes, pedicure. Everybody here should
Yes.
go and get it.
maybe I
I'll
can
do
get the
those.
foot liquor on the next show?
Yes.
You gotta tell me about that foot liquor.
It wouldn't hurt to ask me. I'm probably going to get sued after this episode.
Right?
You didn't say his name.
I
Right.
didn't say his name. There could be a lot of foot lickers.
Yeah.
There are a lot of foot lickers.
That's
It's
a
like
big thing now.
Like, isn't foot fetishes like a big thing?
Yes.
Like, if-
Yeah.
You're a therapist. Have you ever had to? You can't really get into details, but
no, so
That's it.
far
He's
nobody's
not that
been
kind
like,
of therapist.
yeah.
you never,
so far,
you never
Ah,
did a foot
that's
licker. You
big
never had
now.
a foot licker come in.
nobody's brought up
Yeah.
the foot thing. No, this is a first.
Yeah,
Like
some
Jay
kids
Burns said,
can't
you
walk
could
by
just-
Tom McCann's without smoking a cigarette now. They're like,
This thing could go on all night because you guys are a lot of fun. I had a blast. You guys have been great. Johnny O'Connor.
Oh,
Me
Thanks
too.
for
Yeah,
coming
no
on.
I had a
doubt.
great time. Great
All
to
my
see you
great
guys.
friends are on here. Brian Vincent, Jay Burns, Jessica Lee, Mike Corona, Big Daddy, and Karen from A Million Little Things by Karen's making our coffee cups, Comedy Factory.
you make
Yeah,
coffee
so we're
cups?
gonna be
Yes.
selling those at
Oh,
shows.
we'll have to talk.
All right.
Yeah, Brian,
We'll have to-
nice.
Wow.
Did a
Love
great
it.
job. John Perrotta's Comedy Factory.
Yeah, I
Karen
can
did
read.
those.
I went to school. That's good.
Well,
It
I didn't know
looks-
if
all
you
right, I
could see
didn't know
it.
you made merchandise. Oh, we'll have
Yeah.
to talk.
We're gonna start
All
doing good. I'm gonna have little Brian Vincent dolls on a fence.
Work.
We're gonna do all kind of stuff when we come
All
back.
right, done and done.
All right, guys. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming on.
God
Thank you.
bless everybody.